Hey everyone, it's Cece from One Green Pea. Today we're going to do a plant rescue. My Calathea Warscewiczii has been a problem child pretty much the whole time that I've owned him. He's had problems with fungus that I've treated a number of times on the leaves, fungus gnats like crazy. There have been times I've had him in the wrong place and he wasn't getting enough light and he wasn't happy. So my plan for today is to take all the soil out and completely replace it, brand new soil, so I can check out what's happening at the root level. And yeah, we're gonna see what's going on. So let's get after it. I've got my ground covered with a waterproof cover and a big sheet. I've got my soil mix and a pan to kind of contain the mess. So let's do this. I'm gonna scoop him out carefully-ish. Let's see what's going on inside. The soil is pretty moist. So if you maybe were closer in, you could see fungus gnats flying about. So I'm just going to move this soil as much as possible. So the roots look pretty good. There doesn't look like none of them are rotted. And they are pretty moist, but they're a good color. So I'm just gonna keep separating and get as much of this old soil out as I can. Right, so the root ball actually looks pretty good. It looks pretty healthy to me. So I'm gonna set him aside for a moment and I'm gonna go clean out the pot. Okay, let's give this guy some new fresh soil. So I'm just using my standard mix, which is just regular potting soil, into which I have added some perlite and some orchid bark just to give it a little bit more aeration. It's just kind of one that I like to do. Now I want to put enough soil in here so he is lifted up to about there. So I'm gonna have to keep adding a bit more soil, and hopefully with a little looser soil, he'll develop a little bit longer, deeper root system. Okay, one more scoop. And then I'll put him in here, centered as much as possible, and then just start adding the soil around the sides. So I've done a number of things to combat fungus gnats, and none of them have been all that effective, to be honest. I've avoided mosquito bits just because it sounds kind of nasty, but I think that's my next step. So I'm gonna see how this guy does with all new soil. And if I continue having problems, I'm gonna start watering with mosquito bits. My family is starting to rebel against the fungus gnats. All right, so you want to kind of give it a shake as you're filling the pot with soil so the soil settles down. You don't leave any gaps, any holes around the roots. So just gently tucking it in there. And of course, leaving a little bit of space at the top of the pot, so when I water, and if the water doesn't completely absorb immediately, it's not gonna spill over and make a big mess. Okay, just a little bit more. All right, that looks good. Tamp it down a bit. I'm going to then water it in. And again, this soil seems to be a little lighter, a little looser, so hopefully Mr. Calathea will like that better. I don't see any new evidence of fungus. I treated him about a week or so ago, so hopefully we are on the mend. Thanks so much for watching my plant rescue. I will definitely keep you updated with what's happening with my problem child, Calathea. If you like this video, I would be so honored if you would give it a thumbs up. Make a comment. If you have a Calathea, maybe you have some care tips, or if you have questions, I'd love to answer them. And as always, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I would so much appreciate that. Until next time, my plant friends, keep growing.